Alright, this is Curtis Chappell with Quantum SEO Solutions, and today we're going to talk about SEO for business and the use of geo-modifiers in your long-tail keyword searches and how those affect your search results. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a very two-word keyword phrase, which is fairly broad. I'm going to point out my client. So we've done a search for InfoPath training. There are 1.8 million results of index content that Google has found related to these two keywords, and we'll just go through these quickly. Here's a blog on MSDN, which is a Microsoft training network. Here is a website, lynda.com, very interesting there. Here is the Microsoft blog again. Here is a Microsoft site again. Here's a lynda.com tutorial from YouTube video, and then here we have my client, and notice that it's actually a PDF which has been indexed, which is another video that I'm going to do about using PDFs for SEO. So here we are on the first page of Google. This is Google Australia, so it's google.com.au, and as I said, my client is a training company here in Australia, and he's on page 1, slot 6, by using a PDF for this very broad search. But we're going to make the keyword long tail a bit more, and we'll have a look quickly, and let's see, we've got webeducation.com, which is another Microsoft site, and then here we have PD Training, which is my client, and then we have PD Training PDF, which is also my client. So out of 219,000 results, we have taken up slots 2 and 3 by utilizing a PDF, and again, client's pretty happy with that. But let's see now what happens when we do add a geo-modifier. And just so you know, a geo-modifier is adding simply a word which is the name of a city, or the name of a suburb, or the name of an area of town, or a country, or state. So geo meaning local, geographic, okay, so that's kind of what we're talking about here. So a geo-modifier is a geographic term which is added to a search phrase, just like I've done here, where we have InfoPath Training Course Brisbane. We will run that search, and look at what happens all of a sudden now. We have my client on page 1 out of 753,000 results. We have page 1, slot 1, 2, 3, and 4. Notice that we have a PDF slot 1, PDF slot 2, the actual training site slot 3, and then a blog post that I've done slot 4. So I'm writing a book right now, start to produce it on Kindle, called Blogging, Business Blogging for Profits, and this is one of the things that we're doing, is we're getting these blog posts ranked on page 1. And you see what's happening here is that by having the 2 PDFs and the training course or the website and the blog, that we've taken up 4 slots on page 1, the first 4 slots on page 1. So do you think, if someone does a search on this, that they're going to think this company is an authority on this particular type of training? Of course they are. Now, let's see what happens when we go to a slightly bigger city, quite a larger city actually. So we're talking about Sydney, Australia. Okay, so now we have a couple of people vying for this slots with the adverts using Google AdWords, but look what we have here. Now we have, once again, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and slot 4. But notice how it's a bit different. Now we've got a blog post which is ranking page 1. We have a PDF page 2, another blog post ranking page 3, and the PDF page 4. So the actual physical website is nowhere to be seen, but the blog posts and the PDFs are getting ranked, and they're taking up the first 4 slots on page 1, and that is out of 2.2 million results. That's just a fantastic result. Now, we're going to change another city, and here we have the results yet once again, but again slightly different. 787,000 indexed results. We have the PDF. We have the blog post, or a blog post. We have another PDF. So we have now taken up the first 3 slots by using blogging and PDFs. Okay, so just an amazing way to be using SEO, all right? Don't forget about geo-modifiers. Don't forget about having PDFs on your site. I'm going to do a whole nother post on PDFs, and this is, as I said, more about using the geo-modifiers. Now, as I mentioned, I am about to release a book on Kindle, and if you go do a search for Business Blogging for Profits by Curtis Chappell. You will go pay $3 or $4 for the book, and it'll give you all my tips and tricks about how we're making this happen, okay? So once again, Curtis Chappell with Quantum SEO Solutions, and the question for you is, are you using geo-modifiers to improve your search result?